Hello and welcome back to Coder Key. In this video, I'm going to talk about the second chapter of data structures in algorithm in Python series, that is mathematics. We are going to discuss all these questions, and in this video, we'll be discussing, you know, count digits. You can go through all these questions before me, and you can solve this all. But do check out my prime factors video, okay, and check prime video. That in that video, I'm going to talk about more stuff, okay. These all programs are very simple. You might have solved these questions, but do since these topics are important to discuss once, okay, in the series, so I'm just discussing this all questions will build some kind of uh, conceptual clearance. Okay, so let's get into it. So first question that we're going to discuss, or the first the first question that we're going to discuss in this video or in this series is counting digits. It's very simple. You're given an integer. Let us consider you're given 239. Okay, you're given this integer and you want to count the number of digits which are present in this integer, in this variable n. Okay, very simple. It is 3, right? It is 3. But how do you tell your program to count the digit? Okay, so there are many methods. Okay, I'll going to discuss three methods, and one is very basic. Convert this. Okay, you think about it. If you watching this video, then just try to think about it. What will be the efficient method, or what will be very simple method, uh, to naive method to solve this particular question? Okay, so the first method that I'll be telling you is very simple, just like converting this number to a string and then getting the length of it. Okay, just this is your answer, right? Converting the number to string and getting the length of the string that you have got. But you should know that this is not a constant method. This is big O of n. Conversion takes big O of n complexity. Okay. The second method which I'm going to talk about is also of big O of n, where we are going to use concept of floor division. Okay, floor division. What does mean? What floor division? We have studied operators, right? So this is floor division. So here, so now we're going to see two methods. The first is iterative and second is recursive. I haven't talked about recursion much, okay, but iterative, yes, we have discussed. So let us go through how you can do that. Okay, first of all, what the idea behind this is, what we have, the number is 239, okay, 239. Now this number, if I divided or floor divided with 10, what will be left with us? We will be only having 23, right? So now the value of n will be 23. Now again, if I divide this 23 by 10, then I'm going to have the number 2. Again, if I divide it by number 10, I'm going to get 0. So what you can see, what pattern you can see, that we can remove one digit from this big number, right? By floor dividing it by 10, correct? So as we remove one digit, we will increment the counter to 1 plus equals to 1, right? And every time, until what time we'll be doing this, till we get n equals to 0, till we get the number equals to 0. So let us code this out. Okay, let us code this. What do we have? We have a function. Okay, wait, we have a function. Okay, it is called as count digit. Okay, and it is going to take a number. Okay, correct. It's going to take a number. Now let us see what we have. First of all, we need to give a variable counter, right? Variable counter. Now we're going to use while loop. We will be using while loop until the value of n is not equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then we will be stopping the program, right? And what we'll be doing, we'll be floor dividing it by 10. The number will be, each time the number will be divided by 10, and at this stage we will increment the counter, correct? And then we will return, very simple, no? We will return the count, correct? Now let us see the main, like what number we had. We have 339, and we'll be printing the count digit. The number is n, correct? So now let us run this. Sorry. We have the output as 3, so let us make it more readable. Something like this. Okay, so we'll again run it. So the number of digit in 239 is what? How much? 3. Okay, wasn't that simple? So here we have used iterative method. Every time the loop is going to run, every time when the loop is running, what is going to have? The number is going to get decreased one. Okay, one digit is going to get removed. Okay, so this was iterative method, that we are using a while loop. Yes, we are using a while loop to iterate over a number. Now let us discuss the recursive solution for this method. Okay, so let me comment this out. Okay, so now what we're going to have, first of all, whenever we have recursion, we need to have a base condition, and when it's going to stop, it's going to stop when we have n equals to 0, and we're going to return 1 at that time. Oh, sorry, we are going to return 0 at that time. Okay, but if it is not the case, then we're going to call the same function, that is count, and we're going to do floor division by 10. Correct? Floor division by 10. Yes, was is that correct? Now let us solve this. Run this again. The number of digit in this is, okay, 1 plus. We need to increment the counter also, right? We just don't need to give it 0. So we have number of digit as 3. Let us check for bigger number, something like this, and but we have the number of digit in it is 8. Okay, wasn't that simple? So this was two methods, or let me say three methods for solving this, for counting the digits. One more if you want, then something like n is equals to length of str of n. Okay, so and we'll be returning n. Again, let us check. So we have 8. Okay, again, this was another method. So these are the three methods that I have discussed for for counting digits, and it was simple. The first is iterative, and all the three solutions are big O of n. Okay, do verify it for this. Verify the complexity for recursive method. It is of course big O of n for iterative, big O of n for this conversion. And what is the complexity? Is it, confirm it that it is big O of n. Okay, so this is it for this video. It was very simple, right? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so that I get more views and to create same content every time. Okay, I hope you like it. You can watch the previous video regarding what I have discussed in the previous video. I have discussed the space complexity. You can also check out the playlist, DSA playlist, where I have you know explained big O notations, complexities, uh, analysis of recursion, and many more stuff. And do subscribe so that you receive the notification where I'm going to discuss more questions on mathematics. And now from here, we're going to have much problem solving. Okay. Till now, we had concepts, okay, understanding time complexity, but now from now on, we're going to have more problems, less concepts. Okay, so this is it. Thanks for watching. Do share. If you have any doubt, you can check that out. Sorry, you can post in the comment. And the code for this video, this will be I'm going to create a GitHub repository for for the whole DSA series, and you can check it out from there. Okay, so this is it. Thanks for watching. Do share it with your friends.